What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. We're actually the first episode of the year and the first episode of the Checked In podcast officially. So by that, let me give you a quick breakdown. So what I'm going to be doing from here on out is I'm going to be trying to do some little one-on-one interviews or even some one-on-one conversations because I feel like sometimes that's needed. Sometimes people enjoy that more than they do the whole crowd setup. So I'm going to start doing that. Plus, I love talking to people that have some interesting conversations or even interesting, let's just say career choices or traumatic experiences, I guess, because people learn off of that, bro. The stuff that those people are holding in can actually help out someone else out there in the world. So I just like conversations, especially deep conversations. I don't know. It's good for the soul, I think, especially when you have them held in. It's good to release it and it's good to accept it and learn from that as well. But with that being said, I just want to say Happy New Year. I hope everyone has a New Year's resolution. Hopefully it's not just going to the gym and saving some money and doing some other stuff, because if not, what's the purpose of it, right? So today I have a very, very special guest. This is my boy from freaking forever. When I'm talking about since I was like, fresh out of high school type. I don't know how old, you are, but, we'll get to that. But my boy, damn, bro. I was going to call you by your last name because I know you by your last name, Mata.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, all right. Hold on, let me gather myself here. Okay, so I know you more as Mata, right? What do you want to be called?
That's fine.
You want to be called Mata?
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
Want to be called by your first name?
Either or is fine.
Nothing? What's your middle name?
I don't have a middle name.
You don't have a middle name?
My family was too broke to afford a middle name.
I respect that. All right. Well, with that being said, so we go way back as far as we used to work at Finish Line and we used to sell shoes, right? We used to help you with your shoes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and most of the time when you start a new job, right, you get to know certain, of your associates and your fucking coworkers.
Correct.
And some of them could be assholes and some of them could be dope. And then you find the one that you become friends with and you realize we should not be working on the same shift because we never get shit done. And that was you. That was you.
Yeah. And maybe like two other people. If I'm being honest, it's like you for sure and two other people. But whenever it was with you, it's like they needed to send us, either one of us, to the stock room and just do stocking or something, because nothing will get sold or just nothing will get done.
Yeah, because we'd hang out more than we'd actually have to sell some shit, which is actually pretty funny. Because the way that I thought about it was like if we were in a classroom, we'd be the kids that they separate right off the rip.
Oh, absolutely.
So
that's how it was.
I just saw it as jealousy because
they weren't having fun.
They weren't having fun.
They weren't having fun.
You know what I mean? So that's like the one thing, bro. But let me ask you this, like right off, like what was it that you liked about working in shoes and what is it that you hated about it? I just want to get into that right off the rip, because what made you want to do that anyway? Were you into shoes? Were you not into shoes?
It's funny you say that. I was not into shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I'm not saying I'm not into shoes. It's just that I respect the culture a little bit more than I used to. Obviously, you could tell. I have always been a Chuck Taylors guy. Mm-hmm. I've always had Chuck Taylors. And back then, I was still a Chuck Taylors guy. Chuck Taylor can't even talk.
No, it's all good, bro.
Chuck Taylors guy. And then that the first shoes that I really fell in love with from Jordans, because I never liked Jordans, were the Space Jams.
Oh yeah, the 11s.
Those were the first Jordans that I ever fell in love with. That were high top, because I never wore like Jordans high tops or anything. And I remember the raffle was going on, and I actually won the raffle.
You're lying.
I had won the raffle, but I didn't end up buying them.
Oh, you just let them go?
I let them go.
Oh, dude, were they super expensive?
They're like...
Well, back then...
I think they were like 150, if I remember. About 150.
The resale on those is wild.
And then the crazy thing is that I actually won twice. I won twice. I won for my shoe size, and then I won for my brother's shoe size at Champs, I think, which was like across the hall.
Oh yeah, across. And we're talking about Stonewood Mall, right?
Yes.
In Downey. Okay. Yeah.
So I actually won twice, and I ended up only buying my brother's size because it was supposed to be a Christmas gift. But I put the money down, but I forgot to keep paying for them. So they went to
I feel you.
They went to poop too.
Damn.
So I never actually got my favorite shoes, and I still, to this day, there's like one of those most like prettiest, beautiful shoes that I could that I would want to get again.
And you would say that pretty much led you into the shoe thing.
Yes, those were like basically like, damn, you know what? These are not,
They're not bad.
they're not bad.
Right on.
Because even the breads are like, they're nice too.
Yeah.
But from where I'm from, if I wear those shoes,
Oh yeah. Wrong color, wrong neighborhood. Yeah, no, I feel you. That, and you know what's crazy is that's how I looked at buying shoes back then. I was like, do I want this bright color? What areas am I normally going to wear them in because of so on and so forth? Not that I'm like out here gangbanging and shit.
Oh no, it's it's just same thing with baseball caps. If you wear a Dodger hat in the wrong neighborhood, they'll look at you funny, but they're like, oh, you just probably wearing them. But if you wear a Houston Astros from where I'm from, like the area that I grew up in, oh yeah, you're probably gonna get a beat down.
Yeah, bro.
You're probably gonna get a beat down, and it sucks.
Damn, dude, that's crazy how it was back then, huh? Don't get me wrong. I know in some areas it's still like that, but for the most part, it's calmed down a lot more than when we were younger, right?
It's fucking
wild.
It's been a lot more calm. I don't know what happened.
I think everyone just kind of grew up a little bit,
matured.
Maybe that, or it kind of lost its meaning. I want to say because when you start something, there's a meaning behind it, there's a reason behind it, and then the more you do it, I think the older you get, and you start to realize, yo, this doesn't have the same meaning. It doesn't. I don't have the same love for it, or
True.
you realize a lot of your homies are dying, and then you're like, kind of don't want to be that.
That, and also you have a family. You start, and
that as well.
You know what? Yeah, I need
to kind of push you
to the side. Yeah, because I had a good friend of mine. He had his speaking of breads, he had his bread stolen from him.
Oh, what?
After school. I wasn't with him, but he had told us like the next day, like, oh, I had my breads, my 11s taken away from me, and they were stolen. I was like, damn, see, this is why you don't wear those shoes here at school. It wasn't as bad. It was just random. Like we never had an occurrence like this type of of level that someone will steal their shoes away from a kid.
Right.
Because he said they were adults.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
So it's like, damn, that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Back then, people were stealing a lot of shoes. People would even get killed for shoes. Back then,
I remember that going on the news too. That they were like saying that people were getting shot up for like when the Bretts were coming back.
Yeah,
they came back too, right?
Mm-hmm. They got a like a redrop type shit.
Yeah, and it sucks. It really sucks that people will go
that far
just to get on some shoes that are not even like. Not gonna say it's worth it because I'm gonna get like shot down by
everybody in the shoe gang. They're gonna be like, "What you mean, bro?" Nah, I feel you. I mean, the crazy thing, bro, is that like your story getting into it is because you fell in love with the shoe, and for me, it was because of money. So yeah, I know. So
hey, it's perfect. If you got money, you go ahead and.
So when I had first applied. I was actually walking in and out of stores. So I was going in and out of the stores in the mall saying, hey, are you guys hiring? Hey, are you guys hiring? And this was like my senior year of high school. And my senior year, I only had like 2 or 3 classes early in the morning because I did all my credits and everything. Like
so you're okay.
Yeah, so I was done. Like I didn't, after like, I think after lunch, I was out. Yeah. Like as soon as my lunch ended, I could go home. Like I didn't need to even hang around with anybody or anything.
That sounds like that was like me.
Right? So in the beginning, what I would do is I would go to certain teachers' classrooms and hang out.
Yeah.
And the ones that would let me. And then
Eric, what are you doing here?
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing, bro? Man. Go home. You don't want to do stuff outside.
Stop bothering the kids. Get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. So that's how it was. My first little, I guess, like portion of it, right? And a teacher actually mentioned it to me, which man, I wish I could have a conversation with this teacher. Like, I miss this teacher. He was cool. You know when you have those cool teachers?
Yeah.
So anyway, he told me, he's like, dude, why don't you go get a job? And I was like, wait, why don't I go get a job? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I could technically go because I wasn't 16. I was 17. So I was like, you technically don't need a permit. I mean, you are going to school, so technically you kind of do, but then you kind of don't. It's kind of weird. Like you're almost 18.
So did you have to get a permit?
No, I didn't get a permit.
Not even from your parents?
No, I didn't get a permit or anything. So, so it was weird because it's like, I went to the office to go get a permit. They didn't give me a permit. And then I went to walked in and out of stores, and they allowed me to just get the job because they were like, oh, well, as I was going in and out of them, one of the ones was Finish Line. Okay. And for those of you that don't know what Finish Line is JD now.
Yeah. So
JD got purchased or bought out by Finish Line. So if you go into Macy's, you'll see a Finish Line, like a little small corners and stuff like that. But Finish Line technically essentially owns JD, like how Disney owns all these other networks and shit like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Everything.
Yeah. So I walked into the store, and Myra was the one I spoke to. So I walked in.
Myra.
You remember Myra?
Yeah, I remember.
So I walked in and I was like, hey, how's it going? I was like, by any chance, are you guys hiring? And after that store, I was just going to go home because I was like, you know what, bro? Like, I've already went pretty much to all the ones I wanted to go to. And all of them said no, or, just apply and we'll see what happens. And just apply
I
me.
hate that.
Yeah.
I honestly hate when they say that. Like, oh, just check online, apply online, online, see what happens. I'm like,
Yeah. It's like, bro, are you looking or not? So as I walk into finish line, I literally go to Myra, right? I didn't know who she was at the time. Obviously, she was standing at the cashier, and I was like, hey, how's it going? I was like, by any chance, are you guys hiring? And she looks at, I forgot what's her name. I forgot what her name was, but
Vanessa.
I don't know. She was the other little chubby girl. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember her.
I don't
She
remember
has
her name.
glasses.
Yes,
I know who you're talking about.
I just don't remember her name. I feel bad because I don't remember her name. But
and I'm good with names. That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude, and I'm good with faces.
Leanne.
Maybe
Leanne.
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't remember. I really don't remember, which sucks because it's like I'm good with faces. Like I'll remember you off your face.
No,
So,
yeah, I am too.
yeah, I'm very like facial person. So I said, "How are you guys hiring?" She looks at her and she's like, "Actually, she's like, we are looking for someone to stock." And at the time, I was like, "I don't know what that is." I was like, "But do you have an application?" I was like, "I'm more than happy to do it." And then that's how I got into the game. And then once I went to school and I told people, "Oh, like I got a job and like I'm working at a shoe store," I had a buddy of mine. His name Chris. Shout out to Chris. He's the one that put me really into the game. So I was just looking at it as like, oh, I can get shoes. And he's the one that said, bro, like you have the opportunity to get shoes before they even go out type shit, right? And I remember there was a time where the 11s, the Concords came out. And I put my name in the raffle, but I still waited outside before, like, you know how you could put your name in the raffle, but you could still wait outside in the line just in case if you didn't get picked, you could still see like the option to go in and get your shoes. So there was a lot of different things that were going on back then because before you used to camp out for shoes, then it was the raffle. Then some places would allow you to put your name like in a raffle where they would give you your size and you don't have to wait in line. They would choose like a select few and then the rest of them could just go in and get whatever was left over.
Yeah.
So there's options like that. And then it got to the point where it's like, fuck, bro, like you either just show up or they're here or not, like you, whatever. Because camping was cool and then it got excessive. So this was before the hype type shit. Granted, there was still Flight Club and all that stuff where they would resell shoes.
That's also true, yeah.
Yeah, so they would sell shoes and stuff like that. But it wasn't like how it is now. And like now it's excessive. So you know how you were talking about the raffling of the shoes? So while I was in high school, my buddy and we went to some place called the Attic. I don't think it's still there in Buena Park.
You had it. I've never even
No, you never heard of it? Okay, so the Attic, what it was pretty much like a hype beast store. So they had like the hundreds, they had all the Supreme, they had all this stuff, right? And my boy he took us with him, and he was the only one that was driving at the time because his parents would, got him his license or helped him get his license. Yeah. And he was the only one, they would allow him to drive a fucking 4x4 lifted truck like in high school,
Christ.
right? Like, and he lived down the street from the school, so.
I can't even walk to school.
Bro, let alone even borrow someone's car. So he took us to Buena Park. We went to the Attic, and he bought some stuff. And he's like, the cashier told him, oh, you want to put your name in for the Yeezys? We didn't know what the fuck the Yeezys were. We had no idea.
Was this Adidas time or Nike time?
Nike time.
Oh,
bro. So this was we're talking about the high tops, like the I don't know the exact style. All I know is that they were the Yeezys. They were like the Red October style. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Okay, that style, right? The one with the strap.
yes.
Okay, before we even knew what they were, all I knew was just Jordan. That's it. That's all I knew. So the guy goes, oh, do you want to put your name in the raffle? I didn't buy shit. My buddy goes, nah, I'm good. He's like, you want to put your name in it? He's like, I don't know what they are either. He's like, all right, fuck it. Put my name down. So he puts my name down or whatever, and they call my buddy's number, but my name was on there. He's like, hey, bro, they picked out your name. He's like, do you want the shoes? I was like, what shoes are we talking about? He called me when we were in class. He's like, yeah, so I can go pick them up. They're the Yeezys, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, bro, let's go get them. So we went to go get them. And the ones that I got were the like cream looking color ones. They still had the highlight on the bottom, like the glow in the dark on the bottom, but they were the cream ones. And they were way too big for us at the time, bro. Like they were like an 11 and a half, and I was like a 9 and a half, and he was like a 10 or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. And so we got them, right? We were just like, oh, these are cool, whatever. And then we found out what they were. Then we realized the hype on them because we told our buddies and stuff like that. And then we ended up flipping them for $1,000. Keep in mind, this is 2012.
So you didn't know?
I didn't know that after that Kanye was gonna leave. And then they were going to fucking skyrocket. Like, I had no idea. We didn't have any idea. $1,000 to us and a couple pair of shoes. The guy that we sold them to, he's like, look, I'll give you your money and I'll throw you some shoes on top of it. Because at the time when we looked on Flight Club, they were selling for $2,000. So we sold them for $1,000 and some shoes. So technically it was like anywhere between like $1,800 to $1,500. That's how we felt including all the shoes. So it's cool. So my buddy and I were fucking happy. We're like, we got shoes and we got some money. You feel me?
So what are they worth right now?
Oh, bro, they're like 15,000 or some bullshit like that. They're like super high. Last time I had checked was a couple years ago. Actually, they were like that high.
15,000.
Last time I checked,
I'm pretty sure they're worth a lot more than that.
probably because he's not with Nike anymore, and
It's just been it's
been years.
It's been years.
and that's like the craziest part, bro. Like no one knew he was gonna leave Nike like that. Then he went to Adidas and he did all that stuff. So that's why the price is skyrocketed.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. That's even worth more now.
Yeah, it's for sure. I haven't checked, but what I can do, sir, is because we have the internet. Let me go ahead and actually see how much they're actually going for. But the one thing that I was going to tell you is I have something that I want to show you, right? I brought them here, and I know you've seen the boxes. And we were recently talking about your the shoe that made you fall in love was the 11s, right?
Yes.
The Space Jams. Now, I don't have the Space Jams here, unfortunately.
It's good because I would have just
Yeah.
taken off and just
Yeah, no, yeah. I would, if anything, bro, I would have fucking.
I was gonna say I'll just jump out the window, but then again, I'm kind of there's a wall.
Yeah, but there is a window. There is a window behind. Yeah, there is a window behind here. So the ones that I had were the Nike Air Yeezy 2s, and now keep in mind, bro,
You want me to guess how much they're worth?
guess how much they are worth,
50 to 80 grand.
bro. They are worth whatever size this is right here. That are only 2 left. No way. Someone is selling them.
Is it 6 freaking figures?
Someone is selling them for $45,000 and an 8.5 in men's.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Now, wait, it's weird though, because some sizes, depending on whatever you're looking for, they're 6,000, 14,000, and everything. So I don't know if this guy's on crack.
It's because it's the most common
Size? Probably. That's probably what it is.
I think the most common size is between 8 and 9. That's the most common size.
8.5, yeah, 8.5 to 9, yeah, because, that's actually the.
That's the most common size for just, I guess, for anybody living in the States.
Right.
As far as what I know.
Well, that's actually really interesting. So, yeah, so I had the Yeezy 2, the Nike Air Yeezy 2s. And then after that, the Red Octobers dropped. And those were the ones that technically he wasn't with Nike, but he still kind of was with Nike. It was weird. It was like that weird.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's
I don't know. I don't really know my history so much on it.
I don't
but
either,
I know,
honestly. No, it's just crazy that
they're selling for that much. Yeah,
and you got 1,000 out of that. So.
I'm gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna make sure I put this on the screen because I don't want people coming at me. Oh, they're not 40. No, the ones that I'm looking at says buy for $45,000. It says place bid. That's insane. And I had those for retail, and I sold them for 1,000.
That's your freaking Tesla right there,
Bro, it is. Well, actually, it's a little bit more than my Tesla, to be honest.
Oh,
yeah, when I got it, it was a lot cheaper than that after rebates and all that bullshit.
Oh my god!
So
if you would have kept that, if you would have kept those,
bro, they were like Bitcoin.
But
bro.
then again, it's 11, right? It's 11, so
it was an 11 and a half, and now guess what size I am? 11 and a half. So I'm like, fuck, bro, I should have just got them outright, held on to them. But who knew, bro? It's like Bitcoin. Nobody knew it was going to skyrocket the way it did.
That's true.
Do you get what I'm saying? But going back to the story. So I know the shoes that you fell in love with were the 11s, right? So the shoe that I have here is the 11s, not the Space Jams, but I have the newest ones that came out.
Okay.
All right. And let me show them to you. So I originally took these. Let me see. These are called apparently the Gratitudes. Don't know why they're called the Gratitudes. Don't know my history on the Gratitudes.
Don't even ask me why they call it Gratitude.
But they're called the
I
Gratitudes,
wouldn't even know.
right? And these are them. Now, the reason why I got them originally is because the first pair of Jordans that I ever bought by myself were the Concords, which were the 11th. So it had a little bit of a sentimental value to me. So I got them for that reason because I was like, dude, I haven't had them in like forever. And the last pair that I had, I sent them to go get customized by this guy, and I never got them back. Never got them back. And he used to work with us. Remember Sal?
Yeah.
That motherfucker. He was customizing my shoes, my Concords, when they had the mesh. These have leather, and this is another reason why I fell in love with them. I sent them to him, and now he's very big. He's doing celebrity shoes and all that stuff. He blocked me because I commented on this shit, and I said, bro, you have my Concords, you're a piece of shit, and you never gave them back to me. He used to work at some place called The Collective, I think, or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah, that fucker. If you still know him, bro, I'm going to pull up on his bitch ass.
I don't fucking... if I would just fucking send you the
Bro.
info.
Anyway, so he had my Concords. Originally, this is when customization of shoes were barely like starting to skyrocket. And I wanted them in the Miami Vice color, like the LeBron ones, which is like that turquoise. So he did it for me, and they look sick. And then I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck that shit. I want to go different because everybody, like, the hype of the Miamis was there. I was like, do mine all black because people were dying the soles. And I was like, and do me these in gold. That's what I want. It's like, all right, cool, I'll do it. So he did it. Never got my shoes though.
You think he just kept them because
He kept them.
badass?
He kept them. He either kept them, sold them, or something. Because I remember he was at some place, and then that place closed down, and I think they were just trying to like get their money's worth or whatever. And he sold my shit, or he still has them, or he threw them away or something. Because, yeah, bro, I never got them back.
That's wild.
Never got them back. And with that being said, so the reason why I have these and I want to show them to you is because obviously back then, the game was like if you had them, you were the shit. And then you can tell when someone had fakes because they were not done right. They were really like, you could tell they were fakes. Nowadays, it's really hard to tell what are fakes and what are not fakes, right? So
I feel like this test is going to test me to the limit because
most definitely.
I probably won't even figure it out myself.
Now, this is the reason why I brought these, okay? Now, originally, the story on these is, I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see. But if you guys can see right there, I scuffed the shit out of these. I took them to New York. And I'll let you go ahead and see it, the little scuff. And although it's nothing crazy, you can't really tell on the bottom, right? It bothered me that much. So when I was in New York, I took these to New York and I went to Times Square and we were walking around. And apparently they were doing some form of construction where they left some piece of the concrete that they broke stacked up. Oh. And when I turned the corner around a pole, the cement was there, and my fucking shoe scuffed it.
As soon as you felt it, your heart sank, right?
It sank to my stomach.
just have that I'm dead inside type of look.
Most definitely. I was like, it sank to my stomach, and I was like, I hope it was just something dumb that I hit, and there was no problem. And when I looked, scuffed. Luckily, I got a lot of it off of the black, and then just the bottom right there, I have to get that fixed somehow. But because of that,
who would actually be able to do that?
There's people online now that will, what they do is they'll remove it and then they'll like paint it and touch it. Now, as far as for the black, I don't know if you can really repair that.
I was going to say the black part's going to be a little bit more tougher. It's a different type of material.
But what I can tell you is that I feel like this material, I'm not sure if they call it patent leather or some form of, I don't know what they call this. But this creased a lot more than my other ones. Granted, I did walk a shit ton of miles in these, like a steps.
So the other ones that you had.
The Concords. I personally felt they were better material as far as for this. I feel like Jordan has honestly gotten cheaper.
No, they have.
Right?
They have.
They haven't. The quality test is, I don't know who's doing.
At the end of the day, it's all about money.
Oh, for sure.
It's all about money.
For sure.
If you could waste less on material and still sell the same shoe, but just with different type of material, they're gonna do it.
And honestly, again, as a business, I get it. As a consumer, I hate it. Because you start to realize, like, okay, like even in some of these areas, like why the paint's a little, like wavy. And these are from JD. I got these from JD. This is why it was special again because my first pair was from Finish Line, and these.
So it's sentimental.
It's sentimental value. That's why when I was in New York, I immediately hopped on StockX and I bought another pair. I paid a little bit, I think maybe like $30 more because of shipping.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It was because of shipping and all that. But
I'm actually surprised you actually pay like $30 more.
Oh, well, because apparently these are bricks. They're not really selling. The resale game is not what it used to be right now. The reason why is because I think Nike is producing a lot more shoes so they can cut that shit out.
That's actually good on their end.
It is good on their end, but you're making a vast majority of these and the quality starts to go down.
Yeah,
that's the downside, right? But, okay, so I want you to hold on to that. All right. And then I'm going to show you the ones that I got off of StockX. The reason why I brought these is because I've seen a couple videos of people describing the differences of what's a real one, what's a fake one. Okay. I'm not saying these are fake, but there is a very big noticeable difference. And I want you to see it. And I want you to let me know if you notice it right off the rip. Okay. So for everyone that's going to come at me in the comments saying, oh, they're not authentic or whatever. No, I got them off StockX. And this is their little thing. Went through their website and everything.
Hold on.
I want you guys to see if you guys notice a difference.
Is it the body?
Yep, it's the sole. You see the sole?
It's the gum.
Right? Why is it that one is a little bit more clear and why is it that one's a little bit more yellow? Now, this is StockX. This is JD.
Now, from what I know, is that usually when the sole goes a little bit more darker, it's because they've been sitting sitting at some location for a while.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Now,
Or it was recycled from other material and put onto that shoe.
now, if you look at the bottom of the sole, see how it's like a little bit almost matching the same color? This one's been worn. This one, now I'm not saying this one has been worn, but I did notice that a lot of people were saying that there is a difference in the soles. Now, I understand as well if they were made in different manufacturing companies,
It's
maybe
possible too. That's also possible.
right? But I noticed it right off the rip. And another thing too is that some people were talking about the heights, some people were talking about the materials chosen and all that stuff. I also seen a video that in different countries they have a little bit of differences, right? But I just wanted to bring them on and show them to you because a lot of shoes nowadays, because even if you look at the leather, look at the leather.
Oh, yeah.
You see the difference?
Oh yeah, the printing.
The printing is different.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how good.
That's the thing. I mean, obviously, no shoe is gonna be the same.
For the most part, it should be though in my eyes.
It should be.
But
this is a little bit far fetched than.
right? That's what I'm saying. So like if you look at this leather, like the print is
It's like basically
smaller.
that leather over there. That's like basically leather of a lizard.
Right.
That leather looks like a leather of a freaking alligator
or an elephant.
or an elephant.
Right? The difference is amazing to me. And again, guys, I don't know how well you guys can see this on camera.
It's gonna be
but
kind of hard. I'm pretty sure.
It's
but
for sure gonna be hard.
In person, you could tell.
You can tell the difference
off the bat. Like even that's why I told you. As soon as you took them off, and I'm like holding this one. Like, wait, you hold this shoe real quick. Let me.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
It's like, oh yeah.
Isn't it a trip?
Yeah.
It's fucking insane to me how immediately when I got them out the box, I was like, wait a minute, there's a difference here.
So this is the same shoe though. It's the
Same shoe?
same name, same shoe.
Same, but this is from StockX. Now, the reason why I bring these up, and I have these with me, is because I've never actually had the opportunity to sit there and be like, oh, let me compare my shoes between a real and a fake. Now, I'm not saying these are fake. I'm not. But there are some red flags in my eyes, because these are from JD and these are not.
So what would be a red flag for you then?
The red flag right off the rip was the yellow. The second was the leather. The difference in pattern.
Okay.
Now, that's another one for me. Now, again, guys, I'm not saying these are fake from X.
So what you should do then is have at least 2 more friends that have those shoes
And compare.
and compare them.
I'm going to do that. Okay, so just to give you guys a quick comparison again, I'm going to zoom in here. These are the ones that I got off StockX. Obviously, the tag is right there. And then these are the ones that I got off of JD. These are the right out of the store. These are the ones that I got in the mail. There's a noticeable difference in the sole, right? The gum on the bottom. This one is the authentic one. This one I'm assuming is authentic, but it's a little bit more yellow than this one.
So something by Stevie Wonder's.
Yeah, they were approved by Stevie Wonder. I'm 100% sure. But also, too, the leather print is different, or the texture of the leather is
Texture
different.
seems a little bit more wider than
Yeah.
you know the crease. I guess the how don't you call it, the ravines? I guess you want to say.
I don't know,
or,
the little
what do you
little
wanna call
textures
them?
in the
Yeah,
leather.
It's a little bit more wider, more open than they are to the ones over here to my right.
Correct. So there's a difference. The reason why I bought another pair is because I scuffed these. And yeah, so there's a noticeable difference. I know you guys heard the audio, but I just wanted to go ahead and bring these back up because I know the camera kind of, 30 minutes flies when you're having fun. So just wanted to show that right off the rip really fast. But I wanted to just tell you right now, because you said the most expensive shoes you had were the Asics. I do have Asics, and Asics are very comfortable. Yes, they are
very.
expensive, to be honest. They're not the best looking.
They're not. No, oh, of course not. Actually, you know what? It depends on what you get. And I was gonna bring them, and I should have brought them, but I was out doing errands. I don't know if people ever heard of the Japan S. Have you ever heard of the Japan S?
Never heard of the Japan S. I'm sure someone out there has.
So they are basically a take on Dunks.
Are they really?
Oh yeah.
But what, the Asics?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I know which ones you're talking about. I think so.
It's just like it's like basically like
It's like a skate shoe.
basically like
Okay.
like a Reebok between Reebok and Dunks. I would say
It's kind of like the New Balance ones, like the skate ones that they have, right? Something similar to that?
basically.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I have those, and I was gonna bring those because they're not that expensive. They're like about $80.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I like them is because they're
Oh, okay, yeah.
comfy.
Do me a favor, screenshot this and send it to me. That way I can pop it up on the screen.
They're really comfy.
Yeah, that way I can pop it on the screen. Dude, don't worry, guys. I might get a Jamie soon. And the TV will have its own camera and everything, so I'll pop it up and everything like that. So it'll get a lot easier in here. So we're just starting out. So as far as for doing the interviews and everything, so just give me some time, things will get better. But yeah, dude, those are nice. You know,
I've taken these to Disneyland almost like not every time, but I've taken them to Disneyland, and they've done me solid.
They've done you justice.
They've done me justice. I bought my kids some too, and they look freaking cute as hell on him because it's just like a little strap and that's about it. But they're really comfortable shoes. It's just being just like normal basic shoes. They're really comfortable.
Yeah, the Asics that I got was my first pair of Asics, and I used to be a New Balance guy when I was younger. Like when I was like in.
It's funny you say that because the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn are New Balance shoes. The Fresh Foams.
I've never had those.
Fresh Foam. It's a long freaking name. Long stupid name that I hate. That's the fact there's. It's New Balance Fresh Foam. I want to say 1080V or something like that.
The fact that you remember that is amazing, by the way.
Probably the most because it's because I don't have to remember these because I have to buy them again.
You're like, I need them bitches.
No, they're really comfortable. Those are my go-to shoes whenever I go to Disney. Like every time I go to Disney, I take those, and they're all white. Just all white, but they're dirty as hell now. So I have to buy me new ones too. But those so far have been the most comfortable shoes that I've ever worn. Really cushioning.
I'm gonna have to look into those.
They're really nice.
And again, screenshot, send me those.
Oh,
I'll put them up on the screen as well. But yeah, bro. So it's funny because now New Balance is New Balance is the hype shoe. New Balance. So you went from Dunks to and before back in the day it was SBs, Nike SBs with the fat tongue. You know what I'm talking about? And so there's always been
I'm surprised that the DCs are not back or the Etnies. Remember the Etnies, the DCs?
Bro, they might. They just might. You want to know why?
With the fat tongue, like.
Can I tell you why I think they might come back?
What?
Now I'm not clowning on anybody here, but there is a noticeable difference in kids nowadays. They all have the same Edgar haircut. They all have like the same like puff and everything. But I've noticed that they all dress the same, bro.
Those wide pants.
Wide
pants, cargo pants.
Whatever. Wide pants.
They're going back to like the skating days.
Dude, we're going back to skating in early 2000s when the fucking baggy clothes was coming back. That's what that looks like to me. I heard that bedazzling clothes is back.
I'm sorry to say this, but I have a friend that wears bedazzled jeans, and you're right about that.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. Yeah.
Ed Hardy, where you at? You feel me?
Hey, and and the thing is that he pulls it off. And he could there's some people that could pull it off.
It's just like some people can pull off leggings.
Yeah. Well. I don't know.
Let's not get in. I don't want to get too deep into that one.
I don't know who you hang around with, but
no. But what I'm saying is
that's for guys, but leggings
I'm
for
talking
females.
For girls. There's some girls that can wear leggings, and some girls that,
I think I look good in leggings.
I bet that you got a wagon back there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But for the crazy thing, bro, is that I believe that DC shoes might make a comeback just because of the style that's in right now, and it's because of that. Like the kid, you've seen it. They literally look like they're all copy and paste. When I was driving by a school and I seen all the kids walking out, literally every single one of them had a haircut like that, had the baggy jeans. The girls are also wearing like the bell bottom type of like jean styles. Like it's crazy, bro, how they're like the style is like. It's wild to me. I get it now when adults used to say that shit when we were kids. Like, you guys all dress the same. But I get it now. But this is like copy and paste from the haircut to everything.
It's not. It's like I say, I'm not trying to rip on anybody or anything. Or just, it's just, I'm blunt. I'm really blunt. I'm honestly blunt. But that style just has to go. Bro,
it will. I think
it's going to die out soon, but not soon enough, I would say. I forget what they're called. The Jengas or J&G or something like that.
The Jenga?
Do you remember those pants?
Nah.
Like they were super wide. They're super.
Oh,
super
for like
wide.
shuffler shoes, like pants.
Yes,
shuffler pants. Yeah, okay.
So those I've seen those so many around, and I went to Del Amo Mall the other day, and I had maybe a group of kids where they were wearing those. I was like.
That's insane.
But around, there was cameras around me. If I was getting fucking punked or something, and I wasn't. That's the sad part.
It's crazy because the baggy style's coming back, and you know what? I'm kind of, although I'm happy that people are starting to wear a little bit looser clothes, instead of them fucking
skinny jeans. Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a skinny jean guy, but not skinny.
Like your nuts, jean. You can see one's on the left and one's on the right type shit. Like that's how tight, or you're talking about I had space.
No, it was these are slim tapered.
Right. Okay. No, but that's fine.
I wear slim tapered. I have always liked and slim tapered has always been me. Unless I wear my boots because I wear cowboy boots. I wear my Ariel boots.
Which those would be regular straight.
Yes.
Yeah, I love regular straight.
So that'll be regular straight because they're not the long ones. They're not. They're called botinas, which is basically just the cut. Basically my Chuck Taylor type of thing. Those are usually the ones that I wear. Okay. But so I won't need much space, or else I will have to get boot cut pants.
Right.
You wear the long ones.
Yeah.
I don't really like bootcut pants because it makes me look kind of weird. It makes me look like I'm about to do like a 70 dance or something. Start dancing or some shit.
I feel like
fucking John Travolta would be right behind me.
I was like, what is the movie? Is it Fever? Something Fever?
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
or Grease It Up or something like that, you know?
Dude, that's fucking wild though. Like just looking at the style and everything. Like right now, dude, look, I have Dunks, right?
I was gonna tell you that. I was gonna mention, but I'll get back to
So for example, like Dunks, right? Like I just started getting back into them. The one thing that I didn't like is that everyone hyped the pandas, and now the pandas are like overrated.
It's funny you say that because I wanted to get some pandas too.
Really?
I did, but then I was like, I just seen a lot of people
overhyped.
I'm saying again, Disney. Mm-hmm. You go to Disney, you see a lot of people wearing some nice shoes. Like take out like some uncomfortable shoes. That why are you bringing this here? You're gonna be walking all day. You're gonna crease them up. Like, but the number one shoe that I would see at Disneyland the most are the pandas.
Yeah. No, and majority of them were girls.
Yes.
Majority of them were girls.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know for a fact I've seen that. Right now, New Balance is obviously the hype shoe, so New Balances are everywhere. Although I do like New Balances, they are comfortable. I like how they hug the rear of my heel. Like I don't know, it's like a little slot that they have back there that's really comfortable. The new ones, the 2002 Rs or some shit like that, those have like a heel.
I'm not familiar with those.
No,
I'm pretty sure if I see them up, I've seen those, but
yeah, they hug the heel, and I like that. The one thing that I do like about the Asics, they're very comfortable all around. They don't have as much arch support because I have a high arch. So as far as for me, I enjoy something like that. Some people are flat foot, obviously, I understand that. But the ones that I recently bought were the Adidas, and I'll put a picture on the screen somewhere. But I bought those, and they look like I posted them. I'm sure you've seen them on my story. I don't know if you've seen them on my story.
Was it recently?
Recently, like the little black and silver kind of. Yeah. So I got those. They're a little bit wider. They literally look like dad shoes, but bro, so comfortable. The arch is perfect. It has the perfect placement for like the ball of your feet. So like you feel it like sit, and it just perfect. And then when you're walking, since the rear isn't flat, it has like a little baby like duck, kind of like a tail, kind of like flaring up. It's perfect, bro.
So it's their take on like Monarchs.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Because I would say the Monarchs are freaking comfortable too.
Yeah, dude.
Not that I'm saying that I own any Monarchs, the Nike Monarchs. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Are those the Corvette dad ones?
Those are the ones that when you graduate to being a dad, you're given those.
Yep. They're like super wide up front. Yeah,
those are the Monarchs. So really quick, I was supposed to get, when I first had my kid, this was about 2 years ago, my ex, baby mama now, she was supposed to give me those. I'm not sure if she did or she didn't. We just didn't go through it. But she was supposed to give me those shoes along with some jean shorts, and like I was supposed to tuck in a polo shirt, and I was gonna take a picture of me holding my kid, but it didn't go through. But I did try the shoes on and whatnot, and they were freaking comfortable as hell.
Yeah, dude. I actually.
And it's I don't know what it is. Every ugly shoe there is,
it's comfortable.
They're just freaking comfortable. Look,
it's facts.
Asics. Like I said, back then, Finish Line us would be like, what the shit are these? These are freaking ugly.
You know what's crazy? Finish Line was mainly a running store.
And that's the crazy thing too. That we found out that the Finish Line was actually more of a running company than it was
a style company.
Exactly.
That's why I think when they bought out JD, they went to that.
They saw how the shoe culture was going.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? We need to get into this. We need to jump into this.
And they did. And it's fucking wild, bro. Like watching the transition has been actually pretty interesting too. But yeah, I've actually tried on the Monarchs. My boy Dom, which he was on the podcast before. We went into, I don't know if it was no, it wasn't Ross. It was like a Macy's or a JCPenney type of store. And you know how they have the shoes just sitting there and like kind of like a warehouse shoe sale style. You just grab them and you try them on. And I believe at the time I had the Cement 4s, and we're walking through the aisles, and he's like, "I bet you can't make these shoes look good." And I was like, "Which ones?" And he grabs them, and they were the Monarchs. And I was like, "Bro, I can make any shoe look good, right?" Like just like
you went from Cement 4s to Monarchs.
Yes,
it's like basically going from like your Tesla to a minivan.
Or a Mini Cooper too. So I went ahead and grabbed them, my size, and I said, let me try them bitches. So I put them on. Luckily I had like some like nice little, straight jeans, and because I never liked when my jeans were like so tight where my shoe looked huge. I liked it to kind of cover a little bit. That's kind of why I like them. So I put them on and I looked at them, bro. I was like, you know what, these kind of look good. And I looked at my boy. My boy looked at me with the most straight face, and he's like, fuck you, bro. He's like, how the fuck did you pull that off? And I was like, bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But it was the jeans. 100% it was the jeans.
It's usually the jeans.
Because if I was wearing shorts or something, my fucking foot would have looked like a brick. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it would have looked
It's the
hilarious.
jeans.
Yeah.
It's not only the jeans, but it's just you make things good look too.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro. I appreciate you on that.
I can't
That's what I'm talking
do
about.
that. Ow.
All right, that was great.
I can't do that.
You get there. You'll get there. It takes time. It's the little shit.
That's why
like that,
that's
you know
why I always
what I'm
wear my Converse, because I can just make Converse look good all the time.
I have a question. I'm gonna ask you. See if you know. You kind of think where I'm going? We're gonna talk about Converse right now.
Is it basketball?
No, it's just fucking hilarious. So, did you ever used to put your sock in your Converse?
No,
Never.
that's stupid.
But did you see it?
Yes.
Who would normally wear it? Who would say that you would see that would normally do that?
Little cholitas.
The little cholitas and cholitas, right? Put the little sock, fold it up, shove it in there.
Stupid. I hate when they did that. Like, it's like you're destroying a nice shoe. Like,
Just because they wanted to make it look fat.
that's basically what it is.
It's because some people have skinny ass feet, bro.
I've seen people actually do that with Nikes and Vans.
Stuff them?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I think it's like back in middle school.
Wow. You know what I
do that.
used to see that I'm guilty of doing myself when I had my K-Swiss.
I already know where you're going.
What am I going?
You used to put rubber bands on your
Yup,
pants.
I used to do rubber bands, bro. I used to fold this bitch, tuck it in, and whoop, there
Did
it
that
is.
once.
Did that once.
Did that once.
I'm happy you admit it, though.
I got home that day. My mom was like, "What are you wearing?" What do you mean pants? Why'd you cuff them in? And it's like, "Oh, it's a style. It looks stupid. Dude, don't do it again."
After that, you were like,
I was like, "Okay."
you're like, all right, my mom
right,
told me
Mom.
not to. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck that.
Exactly. That's what it was.
But you know what? Your mom knew. Your mom knew it looked dumb. We didn't see it though.
No, that's the thing, because everyone was doing it. Everyone was doing. It's like today, like everyone's doing, putting those big pants or those big shoes, bulky shoes, whatever. But then you have like if you, my mom's always been that person. It's like if she says something and doesn't, she holds her tongue. Mm-hmm. But when she says something that's like not wrong or just dumb or whatever, she'll tell you. And when she does that, you listen.
Yeah.
That's the type of person my mom is.
I feel it. So her word holds value.
Basically.
Her opinion holds value.
Yes, it does.
So
and till this day, that's what I follow. It's like my mom would always say, like if you're gonna go out, at least go out looking decency. Mm-hmm. Don't go out looking all raggedy.
yeah.
You get me? It's like to this day, she was one of the main people that would tell me like I was in the deep depression, deep conversation. I was in a deep depression, and I would go. And I will go out like looking raggedy. Like I just didn't care. She's like, if you're gonna go out, at least have some decency and look good, so people will say that you're happy. Like, okay. And then like when you go pick up your son, don't let that other person make you look like you're sad or you're moping, you're depressed or not. No, you make that person look like you're having the time of your life. Like be happy, be outgoing again. And then just dress how like if you were to go out after you drop your son off or you pick him up, whatever. Don't look red. Don't look like shit. Basically, what she was trying to tell me.
But you know what? That's actually deep because it's I don't know the actual saying of it. I don't know if it's I don't know the.
It was her and also it was my godmother that told me the same thing.
But you know what? They're onto something because it's the way you present yourself is the way you carry yourself.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's exactly what.
Yeah, because if you dress like shit, you're gonna treat yourself like shit. If you
I
dress,
kind of look like shit. Right
no.
now.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, for example, right? There's people. I'm not trying to bag on anybody here either, but there are people that would rather choose a lower end affordable clothes because they just like it more comfortable. But then there's people that just don't care and they like dress a certain way because that's how they feel and because of the style that they're carrying. And then there's just people that they, like you said, they put yourself in that situation where it's like, I'm depressed, I'm all this, I don't give a fuck about anything, my hygiene, my hair, I don't care about anything.
Oh yeah.
But then you start to let yourself go and then it makes you more depressed and it puts you more into a hole. So your mom and your aunt were onto something, which is the way you dress and you present yourself is the way you carry yourself, which honestly, I think it's kind of like that fake it till you make it type of style mentality too.
Oh yeah.
So they had something, they had the right idea of telling you that, because I'm sure it helped you out, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
It did.
so
And most definitely it did, because again, I would have probably been like in sweats or freaking.
Oh no, trust me, I would love that. But I also understand that there's like, I want to present myself a certain way as well.
Exactly,
So,
and it's like she said, like it's like, you don't have to spend money to look good.
Mm-hmm.
You just work what you got.
right now that we're on the money and like working with what you got and stuff like that, can I tell you a quick story that just made a fucking like a whole 360? And
what if I say no?
oh, so my youngest siblings, my mom purchased them some nice pair of shoes. And when you're young, your parents always tell you, and I'm sure this is probably going to be like the last little story. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last little story because we're running out of time. But yeah, dude, an hour flew by, didn't it?
Jesus.
So my mom, when I was younger, she would buy me nice shoes. And when I would not take care of them, she decided to buy me the most cheapest shoes that were available on the market, which at the time was Payless.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right? No. Payless had some cool shoes, but we all knew it was in the name. You pay less. Right? You pay less because they're not the most expensive and they're affordable and, they get the job done. But the downside to them, I don't know if this ever happened to you if you ever wore Payless shoes, but your feet would stink because of the material that was used in there and the sweat and your feet and everything. It would make your feet stink.
I don't remember that.
No?
But
okay.
You're probably true.
So when the shoes that I wore, now granted, I know everyone's feet stink at some point in their life.
Oh yeah.
You're either athletic or
Yes.
your feet, or you're just going through puberty, you're sweating, you're adjusting your sock, whatever the case may be. But I know for a fact, anytime I wore Payless shoes,
Always stink.
Don't know why. I don't know if it was just the material. I don't know. Maybe someone out there could relate to this, but every time I wore Payless shoes, they stink.
That's how the stinking leg was created.
That's probably how it was created, right? But so my mom she's the reason why I liked New Balances and Nikes, mainly heavy on Nike, but also New Balances because my mom liked those shoes. And whenever she would either sometimes she would pass them on to me because she would take care really good, of her shoes. She would take care of them.
She was like the same. Well, at that time, she was like the same.
Yeah, because I was growing up, and she's like, you know what, I'll give you these shoes instead of go buy me some. Because at the time, you think about it, when you single mom type shit, you're not gonna double spend, especially when you don't have it, and credit cards weren't really a big thing. Like nowadays, people get in debt for shit like that, right? So she would just pass them on because we were about the same size, and I got into Nikes and New Balances because of that. And shout out to my mom for that. Put me on a very expensive little thing that I'm getting back into.
Shout out to Mama Enzo.
Right. But the thing is, whenever I didn't take care of shoes, she bought me Payless shoes to teach me a lesson because she knew that my feet would stink and I hated it. So she would say, well, you don't want to take care of the shoes that I got you or gave you. So I'm going to buy you these cheap shoes to teach you a lesson, to teach you to take care of your shoes and understand that this isn't cheap. They're expensive. And when you're young, you don't see that. When you get older, you realize, damn, $200 for a shoes, $180. When you find fucking $80, $100, $60 shoes, you're like, I'm gonna buy those. Those make sense. You see that.
Yeah,
but
you do.
Now the reason why I'm telling you, I want to tell you this is because it come full circle. Is because now my younger siblings, my mom bought them nice shoes. She told them to take care of them. They were not taking care of them. She got them some cheap shoes from I don't know where. Okay, some cheap shoes. I'm talking like
How old are they?
They're like elementary going into middle school, and one is in high school. Like he just became a freshman.
Oh shit! So you're telling me you have a ninth grader or
a ninth grader? Yes,
a ninth grader rolling around with some
busted cheap ass shoes.
Ross Marshall shoes or some shit. Like
no, not even Ross or Marshall. I don't know where the hell she got these shoes from.
Fucking Salvation Army.
But they're fucking cheap. All right. So what I noticed is that their feet were stinking whenever I would go into my mom's house. They would stink, and I'd be like, dude, whose fucking feet stink? And I look around, dude, it smells like cheese in here. And then I look, and then the kids, you can tell, like, they were embarrassed. And I was like, and I walked to my mom, I was, hey, you got them cheap shoes, huh? She's like, yes. And I was like, they weren't taking care of their shoes? She goes, no, they weren't. I'm teaching them a lesson right now. So, although some people out there may be like, oh, this is hilarious. Cruel. How could you do that?
That's not cruel.
No. Some people,
no,
bro.
That's not cruel.
Bro, people on the internet right now are so soft. So
Fucking soft.
my mom did that as a simple, basic lesson to take care of your shoes because she spent a lot of money on the Nikes and stuff that she got them, and they tore them up like they didn't exist. Like literally in a week, like they were dirty, they were messed up. I understand kids are gonna play, they're gonna get their shoes dirty, but you're also trying to teach them something as they're getting older to take care of their things and all that
Correct.
stuff, right? Or at least clean them. They wouldn't even clean them. So they could have scuffs, but at least clean them to make them look kind of presentable. They can't be. This is my favorite saying. This is my favorite saying, bro.
They're dirty.
No, but that's you in your comfortable shoes. You don't really prioritize your cleaning because that's you.
I really don't.
Right?
Honestly, I just buy new ones.
But my mom, on the other hand, would look at things and be like, look, just, make them look nice. That's it. Because she just hated when the kids had dirty shoes. And I understand that. I get that. But I also understand they're little kids. They're going to get the shoes dirty and they're going to mess them up.
That's another thing too. That's like, if you're gonna buy them white shoes, I mean, obviously you're gonna know they're gonna get them dirty.
Yeah, most definitely. Right?
I think. Well, I mean, I don't know what the hell I did. I just wore them a lot. I think these are like 2 years
Bro,
old.
even just...
These are 2 years old.
Bro, even just driving in your car, just because of your foot pedal, they go dirty. So I understand white shoes. I get that. But so teaching that lesson, she did that. And I kid you not, my mom got them some Vans and some Nikes for Christmas. Bro, stunning them, showing them off. Look what my mom got me. Look what my mom got me, right? Like they're like showing them off. And I literally see them with like baby wipes, like cleaning them.
Now they take care of them.
Now they're taking care of them.
They got the lesson.
They got the lesson. And that's one of the funniest things I remember just, it hit me. I was like, damn, my mom did that to me. And it literally taught me a lesson that where I clean my shoes, I do all stuff. So yeah, some people be like, oh, they're just shoes, whatever. But to some, it's like, it's a lesson. It's like, just take care of your stuff. You especially when you spend money on them, you value it more and you understand like, okay, cool. I worked hard for this. It's an expense. I'm treating myself and you look good at the end of the day too when you have nice stuff.
Yeah.
So, but then again, bro, I have beaters too that I enjoy wearing. It could be fucking to a nice little event, to be anywhere where I just, they're comfortable.
That sad moment when these aren't actually my beaters.
Oh, they're not his beaters.
Nah, I actually have some new ones at home. I haven't worn them yet.
But you're wearing them pretty much.
But I only wear them when I go out.
And can I be honest too? The Converse that I would have, I would never clean them.
And that's crazy because I don't clean none of. Well, the only the ones that I actually do clean are actually my boots because they're leather.
Like the work leather boots?
Yes. No, my cowboy boots, my boots to go out. I go out.
Okay.
Party.
All right.
The area, the brand
they were
area.
expensive though.
They're really expensive.
Now that's why.
I think the cheapest ones I have are like about $300. Bro. Yeah, they're expensive.
They're fucking expensive.
I don't call them my shoes.
You know what?
They're boots. They're I don't call them shoes.
It's worth it though.
But yeah, it's my dad got me. Well, not my dad, my sister, my dad, my brother. They actually got me into
the whole
cowboy culture now. Because I wasn't really much into it, but now
I can kind of see it in the hat.
I can't. I don't wear it. The Tejana. I don't wear. I would wear a Tejana, but I don't have a Tejana.
No, I'm talking about the hat you have on right now.
What about it?
Because you know how like nowadays that's the style.
Oh yeah.
The hat.
It's usually like a Columbia brand now,
or fucking Bass Pro Shop.
See that? I wouldn't do that. That's
I'm not a real fisherman.
Yeah,
I know.
I wouldn't do that, but I mean Columbia I'll do because it's I'm into hiking.
All right.
I have it's I don't count leather. It's a genuine leather. The other day I went to a party and some type of freaking sticky residue was landed on the shoe and couldn't get it out. So I told my brother, hey, how do you get this shit out? And he's like, you need to go to Boot Barn and you need to go buy their leather cleaner. So literally that same day, went to Boot Barn, saw it, bought it, cleaned it, came right off, wore them again the same day, went out to party.
But they were expensive.
But they were expensive. That's why it's like, hey, if I'm gonna freaking buy some expensive shoes, I'm gonna take care of these boots.
That makes sense
because it's genuine leather. It's
right. And not for you, 300 plus is expensive. For some, 180, 200 expensive. Oh, so I can see that.
When I bought those shoes, I was like, do I really need boots? Like, do I really? And then like it's like my dad has some boots. He's like, just wear mine. Like the thing is that he obviously has a smaller foot. I think it's like a whole foot size smaller.
And you wore them?
And I would freaking go to the pain wearing them. So it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy my own. And I'm gonna spoil myself, I guess it would say. So I bought them. I ended up buying 2 pairs. I bought them. There's like 2 types. The square toe ones.
I like those.
The platypus. I call them platypus tails because that's what they look like.
I like
or
those.
the roundabouts, whatever. So I bought them. I bought me both types.
Which one do you wear more?
The platypus.
Yep.
Because they're just more comfortable.
They're just wider up front. And
They're just more
they're just so dope.
Yeah,
They look cool too with jeans.
I wear them. I wear them out when I'll go out with friends or or on a date, whatever. I take them, and they look nice. Even with a regular basic T-shirt, black jeans, because they're like a really dark brown color. It looks nice.
Dude, they do look nice.
They look nice. It's coming back in style now too. Like you see a lot of these people, and not only Hispanics, but you see a lot of like Caucasians, white people,
black people too. I see a lot of black people wearing them too. Yeah, they look good
and they're comfortable. They're really comfortable.
No, yeah, they have like the little insole on it too. The your toes can stretch out. It just feels good. It doesn't feel like you're fucking squeezing. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortable shoes,
you're not rubbing on one side. Come out with a knot.
There's gonna be some people like, oh, you like wearing heels, huh? Like yeah.
Okay, I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, okay, I get that. But dude, they're sick. Cowboy boots are sick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They were originally made because, if I'm not mistaken, that's where you put your heel into the shoe, right, for the horse.
Yep,
right.
That's what it was.
I know a little bit. Un poquito. You know what I'm saying? Salsita.
Before we end, because I know you said it's gonna end soon.
Oh yeah.
Your shoes?
Yes.
They're not the Jaritos, right?
No, these are not the Jaritos.
They look like the Jaritos.
No, these just for everyone if you can't see them. I forget the actual name of these.
What color is that? That's not teal, is it?
It's like a graphite. Like it's like a
Yes.
No, it's like a green.
That's not.
Are you colorblind?
It's teal, isn't it?
No, this is a green.
I'm fucking colorblind.
This is
holy shit,
bro. I think you're colorblind, bro.
Is this brown? No,
Stop.
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah. This is it's like a off-white type.
Is it off? Okay, is it off-white or is it white?
I want to say it's like a graphite. Like I don't even, bro. What the? I just realized there's like glue right here. See what I'm talking about? This is the material.
See, I can't even look. You mentioning that, I can't even see that. Like,
yeah, they're
okay, now I could see it.
Yeah,
now
they're like a grayish.
Yeah, you're right. I see myself. That's the only reason why I buy shoes.
Because of your son.
So I could match with my son.
That's actually pretty cool though. At least you have a meaning to, like, a reasoning to buy shoes.
My next shoes are the Adidas, the Sambas.
Dude, Sambas are so underrated. They're so underrated. Like, a lot of people don't really like understand how comfortable they are, how like easy it is to clean, how easy it is to just buy another pair and not have to stress.
Are you talking about the leather one, or are you talking about the
suede one?
The suede ones?
Suede with a little bit of leather.
I think they have
like a suede, and then
those are the ones.
Some of them are all suede.
The white ones, the white and black ones.
Mm-hmm. The white and black ones have like the leather, and then like the little like gray and.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So
those are the ones that I want to. Those are my next ones. I'm not sure when I'm going to get them. Maybe my birthday. I don't know. I honestly do not know.
Just get them.
But I need to get those because they look nice.
You can go with everything.
They do. And then, not only that, I got in Christmas he had like a tracksuit, just all Adidas. So it would look,
that too.
He looked like a guy from the Korn band. I don't know if you remember Korn, the band Korn. It was a metalcore band.
The name sounds familiar. I don't remember like visuals right now, but I know what you're talking about.
But all other guys, they all had like Korn, Adidas,
like jumpsuits, tracksuits.
Yeah, that's all they were.
Yeah, that was a thing, kind of.
So yeah, I'm kind of hyped for him to getting like, I don't know, for some reason I get more excited when I buy him shoes and I buy myself shoes.
You're a parent.
That's true.
That's what it is. You get more excited to show your kids, hey, look at this stuff that I'm getting you. Like, you get more satisfaction out of giving than receiving.
And it's pros and cons to that.
Yes.
Because they're gonna keep expecting it for you to give them. But then again, it's like you tell yourself, this is the stuff that my parents didn't have.
Oh no! It's
growing up.
Yeah.
Like, my parents didn't. My parents gave me everything they had, and I appreciated that. And then now I'm doing the same, but I'm giving him a little bit more because I like you said, the Payless, the same thing for me. Like, my parents, they would buy me Payless shoes. I gave two shits about what kind of shoes I wore, because I had older brothers that once I got to their shoe size, I would take over their shoes.
It's normally how it goes. Yeah.
And it's like again, going to your stories, like, we would go to the Payless store, and then I would, my parents would say, all right, you could either buy one good shoe, or you could just buy, numerous shoes. So my brother, obviously, he knew the whole shoe culture or whatever at that time. He hated going to Payless because you wouldn't find good shoes there. Sometimes you would. Sometimes you would find
very rare, but yes, you would.
He would find the best looking shoe. Like, they had Nikes there too, right? I believe they had like Nikes back then.
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's been so long. But maybe in the beginning, I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure.
So I think I hope hopefully it's not my stores. If it's Payless or it's Millennium shoes. Remember Millennium shoes?
Maybe it was Millennium.
Maybe, okay.
Maybe that had Nike.
So let's go off with saying it's Millennium shoes. Okay, so we would go to Millennium shoes, and then my brother would buy just one pair of shoe. But it would be like a really nice Jordan, or it would be a really nice Nike that would be like worth like $120. Me, my parents would like me because I will buy cheap shoes, or I will buy 2 or 3 pairs of shoes that are worth.
Damn, your stomach said, "Yo."
You guys heard that? It's like, yo, feed me, motherfucker.
It's like, yeah. Keep talking about giving, but what about me, dude?
give me some food. So I would try to like find shoes that are worth to my brother's price tags of a shoe. So I will buy like maybe like 2 or 3 shoes like that are worth like $120. So that's why like smart kid, you know, like you're buying K-Swiss.
It was just easier to manipulate you. That's what you're saying.
Basically, yeah. And I know a lot about manipulation because I got manipulated. So I've been manipulated lately.
Oh my goodness. But
I don't give a shit.
what was I gonna tell you? Obviously we were past the time. We're pretty much essentially running out of time. But I just want to say thank you for coming on. Most def, you know, for
Thank
real,
you for having me.
appreciate you. Thank you for being one of the first guests to come on. And
Thank you for not shooting me because you had a gun to my head.
I did 100%.
Come on.
Yeah, I was like pew pew, dude, pew pew.
No. It was more of a you had an opening. Let me know. I wouldn't mind going on and just conversate.
But how did you feel coming on your first podcast?
Hungry.
Yeah, hungry. Obviously, obviously.
Hungry. No, it was fun. It's new. It's something new. Never done. But I can keep a conversation. It's obviously I can keep conversation, but keeping a conversation with the camera in front of me with this. It's a little bit nerve wracking. It's a little bit like uneasy if you're not used to.
The lights essentially is the one that hits it.
Yeah, that too. You know, you're making me look a little bit more whiter than I normally am. A little bit dark.
That's that too.
So it's a little bit hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit hard. You know, at the beginning, like you started talking a little bit more faster than you were talking normally. You were talking a little bit more slower normally, but then as soon as the camera turned on, you're talking fast. Like what? We're talking fast now. Is that what we're doing?
The reason being on that, I'll just add to that, is because a lot of individuals out in the internet world are so addicted to the quick and easy conversations that they can't do long form so long unless it's like sped up in a way.
Not only that, but if you talk slow, it's kind of boring too.
It also too. That's kind of why you kind of speed it up.
Get it out.
Come on, think about it. It's like if you want to watch people talk slow, go watch the news.
I don't even watch the news.
Today we will be discussing the differences between this and this.
That's probably why I don't even watch the news too. I do not watch news. I don't watch nothing.
The only thing entertaining on the news is that guy that's dancing. There's a guy in some other like part of the country in some other state that like does the dance moves, and he does the weather or some shit too. It's a thing.
That's how you know I don't even know what the heck is going on. I don't watch TV. I do not watch TV.
Yeah, it's different.
Maybe movies. I watch movies.
We can talk about movies next time if you're down.
I'm down.
All right. But with that being said, guys, if you actually made it through this whole video, thank you. And do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because it'll let you guys know every time we upload a video. But with that being said, I truly do appreciate you guys for joining us today, especially on one of the first ones in the new year. So again, my boy, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate you. And for those of you that want to know his name's Martin. So sometimes I know him. I don't know. I'm a fucking sports guy, so last names just hit harder than first names.
That's how I usually am too. Sports guy.
So all my sports guys understand that shit. But anyway, guys, see you guys in the next one. Peace. Appreciate you guys, and peace.
Au revoir.